Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Wednesday, June 19th, 2024, also Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. And my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you're coming back, thank you very much. I normally go live on Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central, but tomorrow I will be setting up a vendor fair booth at 9 a.m. Central. And next week, I will also be doing something on Thursday. So hopefully, I'll be live next Wednesday as well. But anyway, my name's Jennifer Cotton, and I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 22 years now. And this is my full time business. So I offer events, I sell the product, all the stuff. So if you have any questions, let me know. Good morning to Sue in Green Bay, Wisconsin. 4 days of rain coming. Good for the plants. Good attitude, Sue. Um, I can't remember if we have any rain coming here in Texas, but it's pretty warm. Today's actually only going to be in the 80s, but tomorrow back up to like 96 or something. Marcia, good morning to you. Lori in Minnesota liked and shared. Thank you. Marcia says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up next to the live chat over on YouTube. Thank you, Marcia, always for that reminder. And that does help me if you guys give a like, a thumbs up, a comment. Any of that helps me. If you do comment on the video on replay or live and in YouTube or Facebook, all of it counts. You will be entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today with the Pets and More stamp set. Super cute. And I'm using a couple other stamps as well, which you'll see when I make the cards. Anyway, you can be entered to win those by commenting on the video. And then if you share the video, like Lori, for example, said, I shared it, tell me you shared it so I'll know to enter you again. All that helps my business. So thank you guys very much. Mary Jo, good morning to you. Moving too fast. Xana, good morning. I'm glad you made it since I'm confusing you over there in the UK. Sherry, good morning. Jamie, good morning in Ohio. Good to see you over on YouTube. V on YouTube, very sunny California. Yes. Xana, you have some sunshine. How long it stays, we'll wait and see. Marcia shared, thank you. Linda, good morning in Mansfield. And Xana shared, thank you guys very much. Okay, so just a reminder, I will add timestamps to this video. Let me throw this on the screen real quick. Down here in YouTube later today, and that will allow you to click around and skip to the section you want. That's in most of my videos. So if you're watching a previous video on YouTube, you can go to the comments or not the comments, the description, click more or show more, and toward the top, it'll say time stamps. And then they'll be labeled so you can skip to the specials, the online ordering special, the card number 1, whatever it is. So anyway, I will add that later today because that's manual. And then tomorrow I'll put a link over here, hopefully tomorrow, to go directly to my blog, which is stamptherapist.com. And that's where you find all the info about me, what events are coming up, the cards from the videos, all that stuff. Okay, so I will do that. When I said I would. Terry, good morning to you. Linda in Idaho, good Wednesday morning. Yes. Okay. So upcoming events, I offer tons of events that anyone in the United States can take and anyone in the world can buy the tutorials. All of my classes are going to include the PDF tutorial. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated. Usually you'll need to own the featured bundle, those dies. You cut your own designer paper or kit components if they are included with the fee. Then, like I said, you can get tutorials only anywhere in the US, in the world, and anyone in the US can take the actual physical classes. They're all offered to go, some are offered in person. And I had another thought, but I lost what it was about my events, but I don't know. Anyway, so every month I do 4 classes every single month without fail: card class, scrapbook class, stamp a stack class, and sampler class. Those 4 just happened this past weekend in June. So the next ones are July, I think I wrote down the date. Yes, July 20th in person. And all the to go ones will be mailed July 22nd. So, card will be 4 cards for $20, free with the $20 order. Scrapbook will be 3 12 by 12 pages for $20, free with the $20 order. Both of those are clubs you can join. Let me know if you want info on that. Hey, Terry, good morning. Uh-oh. An alarm went off on my phone and it said Facebook Live. Okay, so then my other 2 events I do every single month without fail are Stamp a Stack and Sampler. These are also subscription clubs. Anyone can join. You can cancel anytime. It's $37 for um sorry, I'm getting myself confused. It's $35 for club members, 37 for non-club members. By the way, the links for July and what I'm using is coming out by July 1st. I am extremely busy right now with 2 big events coming up this weekend and next weekend. Hopefully I'll be back to normal after that. But either way, by July 1st, I should have sent out registrations for all of my July classes. But this is what we did in June. So Stamp a Stack is 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. We do cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible on Stamp a Stack. And then you stamp and assemble with your own stuff, or you can come attend in person. And again, they make 2 of each card. I made these on a previous video, so you can see them there. I do have a couple of these left, a couple of that class packet left, if anyone wants that. And then yeah, so you do get little gifts from me periodically if you're in club. And after 6 consecutive months, you get a gift from me. Now, you can cancel anytime. You don't have to stay 6 months, but you can stay 10 years if you want. And you'll get a gift every 6 months that are consecutive. Now, that's like a product gift. This was our monthly gift this month. Ooh, something behind it. Well, you can't see the embossing very good on this camera because it's too whited out. I'll have to put it on the bottom camera later. But Karen, my helper, there we go. You can kind of see it there. This is an embossing folders sampler. Let's see if I can slide this little pink thing off. Some people got purple. So you can use this as a tool when you're stamping to be like, what folder would look, I'll show this later when I put the camera down. What folder would look best with this project? Oh, let me see what does Stampin' Up currently sell. Now you can add your own folders to your little sampler and all this stuff. You can take out the ones you don't own, whatever you want to do. So that was a gift we just gave everybody. If you were a club member, you got that this month. It's not consecutive. Some people just joined this month. They got the gift. So I highly recommend you join my subscription clubs. We don't guarantee a gift every month. And sometimes it's like a bookmark or whatever. Sometimes it's candy. But we give little gifts periodically. Okay, so that was Stamp a Stack. Sampler this past month in June was this country birdhouse sampler. I love how it turned out personally. I still have a couple of these left if anybody needs one. So sampler is, by the way, each of these classes, I forgot to say, includes over $20 in merchandise. So it's not just like you make this for $37. No, you're getting over $20 in merchandise and you're making this, and we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. Like, it's a great deal. So yeah, what was I saying? Sampler is a 12 by 12 thing that you can frame and decorate your home, kind of like I have this one hanging up here. They make great gifts, housewarming gifts, host gifts, change them out seasonally, all that stuff. So any questions, let me know. Bingo plans. I do have bingo on the calendar. I forget when. I'll make a note to add that to this list for next week. Terry. but I do have two bingos scheduled. I think they're in October and December, maybe. That sound right? If you were at the last bingo, I told you the dates, and you probably have a better memory than me. I feel like it's October and December. But yeah, Terry, good question. I will add that to this list. Um, Liked and saved, Linda, but can't watch right now. But right now, oh, you are watching right now. Yay. Terry M, good morning. Lots of Terry's here. Marcia, good morning to you and everyone. She says, are you selling, Terry? We're currently not selling those. Terry B and Terry M loves hers. But I do have a couple left, so I could be tempted to sell them. I don't know what the cost would be. Karen, it was a lot of work for Karen. Maybe we have to pay Karen for it. Xana says she needs a sampler. So that's a good thing for me to point out. And I know Xana lives in the UK, so she can't be on my team. But if you live in the United States, you can be on my team, and my team gets all of my tutorials for free. So I do sell the tutorials, and I know you know that, Xana, but my team gets those tutorials for free. So there we go. Okay, other upcoming events. I don't have a lot to advertise right now because it's just a weird time where, like Terry said, I'm going to get bingo on the list. I'm going to get the scrapbook convention class on the list, all this stuff. But currently, I'm just busy planning what's tomorrow. So anyway, coming up, I have a really fun folds class that I'll be offering very soon, probably next week, to go. In-person retreats are coming up in March 2025. That sounds far away, but it's not. Go ahead and sign up now. Get your spot so that you can be with me and April McCright and all the other cool people at Temple, Texas. I think these dates are wrong. It's March 27th through 30th. Put a note to update that graphic. 2025, Temple, Texas, and you'll get an 8-foot table. You'll get 10 or more make and takes, $50 goodie bag, a bag, gifts, meals, optional massage. That's not included. You have to pay extra. It's an 8.5-foot table. Maybe it's 8 foot. I don't know. That might be a typo. Anyway, this place is awesome. Great lighting. It's just awesome. So y'all should join us, but it will be offered to go, of course, at the time. Okay, I can't get my mouse to work to put my camera back. Hold on. Okay. I've also had computer problems this morning. If y'all want to know a little quick Britty story. Yesterday I was working so hard over here. If Landa's watching, I was making my scrapbook page sample that I told you I was going to make. And so I was like concentrating over here, and it's like late, and I'm like tired and I want to go to bed, but I got to finish the scrapbook page. And I hear beep, 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 beep. And I was very calm. I was like, what is that? And I look over to my left, and the cat is fully laying down, like just how they lay like in a loaf, relaxed on my keyboard of my computer. So I kick her off, and it looks okay. So I just go on about my life, and I don't do anything with the computer the rest of the night. And then this morning, my keyboard did not work. Scott had to fix it. So I've already had that issue. And then he did something that made something else be weird, and he fixed that. So technology, love it. But yeah, I don't know how the cat pushed all these buttons to make the keyboard, and it was like making that sound every time I pushed a key, which I didn't like. It was like every time I pushed a key. Okay. Good morning, Mary Ann. Good morning, Cindy. Yes, Anna, try to win the lottery, please, so you can move. Okay. So we talked about retreat. Next up, the cruise, the crafting cruise. That's the biggest retreat you can go on. April McCright and I, Harmony of the Seas, Galveston, Texas, January 26, 2025. You will love it. You'll get gifts every day. You'll meet lots of fun people and have dinner with them and craft with them. And they're from all over. So that's another perk. You get to meet people from all over, not just necessarily Texas. You'll have this crop room where you can do an optional swap, get a free bag, well, an included bag, uh, food even in the crop room, plus food 24/7 on the cruise included with your fee. Your own half a table to work on, plus the class tables are separate, so you don't have to take up your own space with that. You definitely want to join us for this crafting cruise. So register now. You get the group rate. All your friends and family get the group rate. They don't have to do the crafting portion. Bring everybody. The more the merrier. The group rate is the cheapest rate on any cruise. I've even heard that on the news recently. Group rates are the cheapest, but it is, like we know. So sign up now. If the link will be in my email at 1 p.m. to go read about the cruise and get over to our travel agent. But if you need that info, also just let me know. All right, Cindy, thanks for sharing. Yes, Sue, the crafting cruise is great fun and the ship is incredible. Yes, thank you, Sue. Harmony of the Seas is a really nice ship, y'all. Really nice. Okay, so that's it about the events for now. Next up is specials. So Stampin' Up has 10% additional off stamp and die bundles. So that's a stamp set and a set of dies through June 30th, and extra 10% off all of our die cut machines. So like this machine here is $117. The mini machine is $59.40. No limit. This one of the stamps I'm using today on these cards is Birdhouse, Country Birdhouse. This one, and you'll see how later. But anyway, I'm using that bundle on the cards today. This bundle is only $41.50. You could just do simple girl math in your head and say each of these items is $20. What an incredible deal! $20 set of dies, which is 23 dies. That's incredible. $20 stamp set, great deal. But that's not the real math, but that's girl math. It's $41.50 for this bundle, only till the end of June. And don't forget, everything's while supplies last. If something sells out during this sale, they may not have time to restock it. We can't get mad on that. We need to buy it when we want it. Girl math, Marianne. It's very important to know girl math. That's when you return something to the store, so you buy something that costs you an additional $50, but basically it was $30 off because you returned something, so you got a deal. Girl math. I'm gonna look on the inventory real quick. I just want to make sure I didn't like show y'all something that's not available. But while y'all got to remember, while supplies last. Birdhouse. Ooh, oh, they are not orderable. They're coming back June 24th. They'll be back in time for the sale. See, I'm glad I checked it. June 24th estimated. Yes, Marianne, I do girl math so often. Birdhouse 4150 June 24th. That's estimated. It could be sooner. Okay, so what else? Bundle sale. Glass Mat Studio is coming back if they're left July 3rd. I'll be using mine today. Of course, I always use it now to stamp on. I now own two. I got one when we could order one before as demos. Right now, demonstrators can order one. So now I own two, but I need a third one for my travel. Anyway, so demonstrators can order one Glass Mat Studio right now at $60. You can get it in your starter kit. You can get it at your discount. Join my team. Get tons of perks from Stampin' Up and me. No obligation to sell or buy or any of that. Where's my notes? But anyway, July 3rd, if you're not a demonstrator and you want it, but like people have been asking me about it, and I say, don't just get it on July 3rd. We don't know how many they have left. They might bring it back as a permanent item later, but as far as I know, they did not make any more. They're just clearing out what they had left from that promotion. Okay. I'll tell you about my online order special after this camera's pointed down, because I have several things to show you down here, including that. I'm going to point the camera down. And hey, Carmen, good morning. Oh, let me check these graphics real quick. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I had printed this for my in-person classes last week, so I just thought I would throw it on the camera because I don't I won't need it anymore pretty much this month. Well, maybe at retreat. But anyway, just to give you that visual, bundle sale catalog and online exclusive bundles are an extra 10% off through June 30th. This is some girl math. It's really, Stampin' Up did us a favor. They didn't really take an extra 10% off. They took more. So they took this price of the stamp set plus the price of the dies and minus 20% versus just taking an additional 10 off of the current bundle pricing. Just trust me, it's cheaper. It's the cheapest they could have done it. So it's 20% off the price of the stamp set and dies. Okay, and then of course all die cut machines are 10% off. So you can even get the die cut machine, the big one, in our starter kit right now. Okay, here's that. See, it looks so much better there. That sampler that we sent our club members. If you haven't gotten yours yet, sorry. Of, as far as we know, knock on wood, all the current embossing folders that Stampin' Up carries right now. So again, when you're designing, you can be like, oh, what would look good? No, not leaves with a birthday card. Maybe this one could be cute, even though it's like considered masculine, I guess, but it looks cute. You know, whatever. You can look at the back. Oh, maybe I want to use the back side. It's a really great tool in your crafting arsenal. So that was the gift for my club members. Of course, that won't be the gift next month, but that's another story. I got some cards I received in the mail recently. This one is from Oma, who is a friend. So gorgeous card, gorgeous template there as well. You could copy that layout with any designer paper and designs and all that. This was from a team member, Denise, and she's like, thanks for the goodies, totally unexpected. Hey, you get recognition in my team when you do stuff. Not everybody, which is fine, even knows that, but then they get the little recognition in the mail from me and they're like, oh, thank you very much. So congratulations, Denise, and thank you for the card and gorgeous card, of course. Hey, Pat, good morning. I was just thinking about you recently. Pat, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for sharing. Bonnie, good morning to you. Okay, so these two are swaps. This is a swap I did in the mail, so I'm just going to show those real quick. This is from these swaps are from my annual catalog celebration. So 4 people chose to participate, which is awesome. I can't remember who won. I literally can't remember who won. Everybody at the event got to vote. But anyway, this one was number 2. I do remember that because she didn't. And it's gorgeous. I don't know if you can see it, but there's Wink of Stella on this cake icing. And the person who made this, Nina, is like a pastry chef. So perfect. Then this one might be the winner, but honestly, I can't remember if it was. I don't remember. Of course, I always have helpers at these events. And so one of my helpers, who is the person who counted the votes and told me who the winner was. Anyway, this one's gorgeous. They're all gorgeous cards. This is that latte. I got a little bonus thing. Oh, I think she's saying this is a pocket for like a gift card, coffee gift card. The latte stuff that's online exclusive once plus last. This one is online exclusive as well, once plus last. Okay, so awesome swaps. Now I can put those in my samples. And then these as well. So I'm just going to show these semi quickly, so we can get to the stamping portion eventually. But this is just a swap I did online. This one is Julie Davison. This one, I don't see a name on the back. I love the coloring they did on this butterfly, sketched butterflies. Laura Bartow. This one is Margaret Van Leet. Really pretty. She used that Country Woods designer paper, which I'm using today as well. Karen Titus. Y'all know I love the Mediterranean. Janice Waitman. Pretty. Ducks, Charming Duck Pond. Jan McClurg. That's a really nice way to use that Spotlight on Nature stamp set. That's the same set in that other swap, but she colored them. Thank you, Xana. Natalie Travis also used the Mediterranean stuff. Gorgeous. I like how she stamped that greeting on yellow and navy. Lemon Lolly. Ann Klimmer. Kathy Hartlesis. Super cute. This is a really inexpensive bundle. It's going to be even cheaper right now. It's called Cutest Onesie or Cute Onesie. I just ordered it for a team incentive prize. But anyway, if you need a baby set, it's inexpensive, even cheaper with the sale. That one is Joyce Farraco. Don't have a name. It might be on the inside. This one, Leanne Greff. This bundle here, it's temporarily not orderable. It's coming back. Round We Go dies, but it's on mine and Alanda's list. It's really cool. And then Tammy Ackerson. Okay, so there's another one with that. Those are my swaps. Yay. All right. So last but not least here, I hope, if I'm remembering correctly, is my online order special. Of course, I want to make sure y'all know, place an order with me. Order anything you want. Get the bundles on sale. Get whatever the heck you want that we carry. And you will get, thank you, Bonnie. I agree. Good card. Great cards. Dee, good morning to you. Good to see you, Dee. Speaking of cruise. Anyway, if you place an online order with me, every single month you get a class packet. If your order's $25 or more and you use the host code, which is right here, it'll be on the screen. It's in my emails. It's on my blog. Just anywhere. I mean, like, it's hard to miss. However, if you need that host code, send me a message. When you place an online order with me of $25 or more and the monthly host code, you get the class packet mailed to you for free. No charge for mailing, which is a perk because most of everything else you have to pay me for mailing because it's expensive. It's the Sketch Butterflies bundle. And then $50 or more, you're going to get the in color Opaque Sparkle Dots, which they are the in colors that are used in this card. Now, my Opaque Sparkle Dots are arriving today because I gave the other pack I had away as a prize. So I don't have those to show you, but they're these boho blue, moody mauve, wild wheat, those colors. So they're going to go great with these cards or anything you want. But anyway, these are the 4 cards you'll get. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You will stamp and assemble at home with your stamps. You can substitute any butterflies you have, of course, if you don't own the sketched butterflies, but it is a gorgeous bundle. And we'll give you the designer paper, all the pieces, and the ribbon. We just don't give you the embellishment, but you can, unless you earn it free with 50 or more, but you can put anything on there, of course. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I think I said it all about the online order special. Now, today's cards are focusing on the Pets and More stamp set. So my little pink dot here tells me, this is just my Jennifer thing, that this is online exclusive. That means it's only found in our online store and it's while supplies last. Now, what does that mean? It could mean a week to 10 years. Literally, we don't know. So if you want it, thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Bonnie. And by the way, Xana, I saw you're thinking about Cutest Onesie set. I know it's super cute. Or the bundle, I guess. Anyway, it's really cute, but like some of us, like me, don't necessarily need baby cards. So that's a good one because it's not super expensive. And then you've got that covered if you need it. Okay, Pets and More is an online exclusive. So it's only found in the online store. How do you find it? Go to my online store. Click menu, online exclusives. Boom, you're there. You'll see all the stuff that only is found in the online store, which it does include some things that have migrated over there from previous catalogs. If you see it in that section, it is while supplies last. It doesn't say it, but I'm telling you it is. So that includes Pets and More. Super cute. So we've got, this is called a reversibles stamp set, and I am intending to remember to show you that, even though I didn't use it on my cards. But so actually, let's look here. So you see pieces of rubber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's 9. Yep. 9 pieces of rubber, but you see more images here. And that is because you can flip the actual piece of rubber upside down, ink it up, and get that shadow to fill in your stamps perfectly with this stamp set. That's what reversibles means. If you ever see those words in our catalog, and when they show these little grayed out shadows, it's not another stamp, it's the back of this stamp. Okay, so we have a cat. It's got stripes on it. You definitely don't have to color it in because you can do the 2-step, or it looks cute. You'll see on mine, I've stamped the cat in gray ink on gray paper, the dog brown ink on brown paper. There's an owl, a fox, a dog, and a rabbit with a dark circle on one eye. So I guess a black eye, I don't know. So there's no punches or dies for these, by the way. Can you show it? Yes, Marcia. At the end, I'm going to show it on the last card. That's where I intend to show it, but feel free to remind me at that time to show the reversibles. Okay, so describing them, the cat has stripes and its little tail is curled in front of it. It's just sitting up facing front. All the animals are sitting up facing front. The owl is kind of a weird owl, but it looks fine. I don't know how to describe the style of these, but they're outlined. You can color them in if you want, or you can just use that shadow stamp. So the owl has like darker or solid wings with little holes in it, solid head with little holes in it, and then just details on the rest of the body. It's not like wings out or anything. It's like it's asleep, kind of wings down, facing front. The fox, super cute, very similar, not exactly, but very similar to that Fox and Friends or Foxy Friends or whatever we used to sell. So again, it has some solid parts that will be like red or whatever color you stamp it in, and then the parts that don't have ink, that'll be white. Okay, the rabbit facing forward, 2 ears straight up, just staring straight forward. The fox is kind of looking up to the left, like, I don't know, in a cute little face there. But anyway, rabbit's just staring straight forward, not smiling or anything. Got the one black eye, some little deep. It's going to be whatever color the paper is, mainly with little details on it. And then the dog, I think, is like a Cocker Spaniel dog. Long ears, hairy ears, I guess. Long hair. Some stripe or some spots on its shoulders that will be a solid color, whatever you stamp it in, and then little details. And it does have a collar on with a empty circle on it that you could color in or whatever. Okay, there's a little pet bowl for food with a paw print etched out of it. It's solid with a paw print etched out, and you can color in what color the food is. A fish, which has dead eye, kind of creeps me out. It's not like a toy, it's like a dead fish, but it's got an X for an eye. The fish is pretty solid. You don't really need to color it. It has little scales, little solid scales. And then a paw print. So it's super cute set. They all are reversible. Oh, and there's a tennis ball. The animals are about 2 inches tall. Dog bowl, like 3/4 of an inch. So everything's kind of to scale. So you kind of do that. Okay, that is Pets and More. I'm also going to use, but I'm not going to do the full descriptions just to save time, and that because it's not what the focus of this video is. The Country Birdhouse bundle. So that stamp set is photopolymer, right? Yes. It has an actual birdhouse image, a bird, flowers. The main thing I'm using it for is the words for these cards because I think the fonts are so cute. It's got Hello Friend, Hope You Have the Best Day Ever. Those are the 2 I'm going to be using on these cards. And then I'm using the birdhouse dies to create a dog house on the last card. So that, and then I also, oh no, I think that's all. That's all. Okay, so let me do card number 1 here. Card 1. Yes, Marcia, no problem. So card 1 has a pecan pie card base. So you take your 8.5 by 11, any color paper you want, cut it in half, taking my sweater back off. Cut it in half. It's 5.5 by 8.5 inches. And then when you fold that in half, I'm going to use the bone folder. You will get a size card that fits into the normal invitation size envelope. So measuring is super easy. Take 8.5 by 11, cut it in half. You'll get 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. Saves you money. It's economical. You don't have to do any difficult measurements. We carry the white and vanilla envelopes as well as the clear, which are my favorite for this size. We call them medium. Okay, so fold that in half. This will be a up and down portrait card. Set that aside for now. Then my next layer is a piece of this tartan foil designer paper. So it's got, I guess that pattern is probably called tartan. I'm not really familiar with that word, but it's got this tartan foil pattern on it. Also kind of like a ginghamish type pattern. The paper, it's like a very slick paper. It's not like cardstock or designer paper. It's slick. Like, I don't know about stamping on it, but anyway, but the foil part is like the little squares for the checks. Okay, I guess I'm saying that right. The back of this paper has a white background. This is Lost Lagoon, so Lost Lagoon pattern on the front. It's Lost Lagoon with Lost Lagoon pattern. The back is white with Lost Lagoon, but the checks and lines are just straight up and down, and they're different. It's just different than the other. All the papers in this pack are the same. They're just 3 different colors. We have Pebbled Path, Lost Lagoon, and I believe Copper Clay. Yes. This paper is while supplies last. Now, it came out a long time ago, and I think they're just trying to get rid of it. I mean, I think it's awesome paper. What am I trying to say? I'm not trying to be negative about it because I think it's awesome, but I also think it just didn't sell very well. So we just still have it in the online store. And I'm assuming when it sells out, it'll be gone forever, but who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe it sells all the time and they keep restocking it. But if you like it, go ahead and buy it now because it might sell out tomorrow. I don't know. It might be sold out right now for all I know. Tartan foil, though, it's really pretty and for lots of occasions. Okay, then, by the way, I'll put the measurements. This is kind of a smallish, not smallish, but smaller than normal rectangle for the front of the card here. Measurements on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. Let me grab my banner or my thing so you can know. Not that one. This one. So you know where my blog is. I think Susan has an update. We'll know more tomorrow when we meet with the heart surgeon. Thank you for updating us, Susan. Everybody keep Susaning your thoughts there. And hello from Central Florida. You slept in. That's good. Cindy, good morning. Watching yesterday's video. We are live right now, Cindy. Gosh, get it straight, Jennifer. Tartan is a type of plaid from the Highlands of Norway and Scotland. Cindy, thank you. Tartan plaid. That does sound familiar now that you're saying that. Woohoo. Thank you, Cindy. I should have Googled it, but you know. Okay, next up, I have a piece of white. It is embossed with the exposed brick embossing folder. And it's a little bit smaller, or quite a bit smaller than the tartan. And it's going to go right on top of it. There's that brick folder. Awesome. And yes, we have that. Then I have a scrap of pecan pie cardstock, a 3/4 inch strip of white for my greeting, and a scrap of basic white. Okay, so for my stamping, I'm going to stamp the paw print in pecan pie ink along the right edge of the card base. So again, it's portrait, so up and down the right edge. I'm going to ink it up like normal. Tap, tap, tap only. Don't press hard enough to get any ink here on your clear block. Don't press hard enough to make an impression in your ink pad. Just tap, and that will pick up the most ink. But we're going to stamp it off on scratch paper and then stamp it onto the card. And so I'm obviously I'm going to make a little back and forth pattern here. I'm just going to keep repeating that down. So it's kind of like 2 rows of paw prints going down the right side. Stamp off each time onto scratch paper. So just a little border of paw prints going up the side of the page there. By the way, the print is like, kind of like an upside down heart and 4 little pads. So I don't know which specific animal that is, but there's like 4 pads there. Dog pads, whatever. I don't know if it's, I can't remember if dog and cat paws are different, but here you go. Okay, and then also in pecan pie, I'm going to stamp this little dog, which is that a Cocker Spaniel to you guys? I'm not great with dog names. I know like some of the big ones. Anyway, so tap, 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 stamp it real good. Pecan pie ink on pecan pie paper. So that is simple, and I'm going to hand cut that out. It would be nice if there was a die or punch, but there's not. And then I'm going to grab Lost Lagoon ink for the words and bowl. I have to find them. Hold. Where's the bowl? Okay, so tap, tap, tap. Again, you'll get the most ink that way. Just trust me. Look at yours. If you press really hard, look at it and see if it looks like mine or like it has hardly any ink on it. So I'm stamping the dog bowl in Lost Lagoon ink on white paper. So the inside of the bowl is white and the little paw print is white, but everything else is Lost Lagoon. And then this card is going to say, hoping you have the best day ever. And this is from the Birdhouse set, Country Birdhouse. And it is hoping you have in a really cute cursive font. And then below that, it's kind of crooked, best period, day period, ever period in a lowercase typewriter font. Super cute. I'm trying to make it a little straighter. Yes. Okay. Then Cindy, that's okay. I know. Yeah. It's like, am I watching a live video or a recorded video? This is not my normal day, Cindy. I usually go live on Thursday. And today's Wednesday, so that could throw you off as well. Okay, I have to hand cut out the bowl as well. So let me grab my scissors. I did not pre-cut these out due to time. And by the way, just in case you're curious, the animals all have a very similar shape to them, but they're not the same. So it wouldn't be like one punch would fit them all. But that would have been cool. It kind of gives you, though, like it makes you think that might be the case till you look closely. So I'm just hand cutting here, making the long cuts, cutting as long as I can before reopening my scissors. My right hand is pretty much stationary and my left hand is turning the paper. I'm right-handed, so that I get those smooth cuts and like go around corners smoothly and all that. So there's that. And then the bowl, pretty small here. I think I said 3/4 of an inch long. I am leaving a border on both of these. So this one has a white border, the other had a pecan border. that. And then on my greeting, I'm just going to cut each end at one angle that's the same. So it doesn't really matter which direction you go, but just to do that quick and easy angle thing. Okay, so I am going to use ribbon on this card. This is the Pretty Peacock Metallic. I think that's what it's called. Metallic ribbon. Yes, Pretty Peacock Metallic Ribbon. 162588. Okay. Let me first attach this tartan piece, tartan foil, to the front left. So it's shorter on the side, this paper is, so that the little paw prints can show on the right. So it's more scooted over to the left, and that's flat. And then I'm going to attach I'm using Stampin' Seal, the brick, exposed brick piece, not centered top to bottom. It's more high, but centered left to right on that tartan piece. Is it crooked? I can't tell. I feel like it's slightly crooked, but that's okay. It's fine. My dog is going to be flat. I'm adding a little more Stampin' Seal than I normally would because it's going on that exposed brick. But the greeting will be not quite all the way to the bottom, and the dog will be above that. So I'm just kind of laying it out here to figure out where I want the dog. But before I put my greeting down, I'm going to put a bow underneath it. So I have that ribbon still attached to the roll, and I'm going to make 2 loops in 2 separate hands. I'll hold each loop between my finger and thumb, and all of my fingers and thumbs are pointing at me, which keeps the ribbon flat and not twisted and turned like that, which gives you a not as pretty bow. A tail on one side, lots of space between the 2 loops, and a tail on the other side, which is still attached to the roll. Then you take the right loop or bunny ear and cross it over the left one, and then push that right one down into the hole, the rabbit hole, and then pull. And of course, you'll need to adjust your bow to make it your loops even or your tails even or both. Want like a normal size bow for this, not small. Okay, trim it down so you have 0 waste on the one side that's still attached. Marcia fussy cutting. Yes. Marcia does not like fussy cutting. Okay, I want to show y'all something. One of my friends recent, I think Alejandra, pointed this out on an event we did together. And I do this all the time, but I usually don't show people. So this is the side I stamped crooked. So when I flipped it over, it was the side of the paper that's more bent forward, because when you use our normal little regular Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, it's going to push the paper down when you cut, which creates that little ridge right there. So just take your bone folder and smooth that out before you glue your project down. Probably on both sides there. And it looks a lot better. So there you go, in case you didn't know that tip. Hold on, I get myself confused. Let me attach the bow first. So mini glue dots, peel back, hold that down till you see 1 dot, press. You can press fully against the roll like normal and pull that off. The bow is going to go under the greeting on the right side. So I just measured where that'll be. And then I think I'll put a glue dot on top of the bow here for the greeting to stick to. And then I'm going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals on the left side. I like to use the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, but we sell regular ones too. And you can use whatever kind you like, but I just love the mini Stampin' Dimensionals so much. I'm adding about 4 on the back left half, and the right will stick to that ribbon. So the greeting is kind of centered under the dog, left to right. Try not to hang it over the edge of your card though. And it's just below the dog a little bit. And then my bowl, dog bowl, I'll put a couple of mini Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of it and put it right above the word the, hoping you have the best day ever. So it's kind of above the bow and above the. And that is the finished card. That's it. Simple little cute dog, hoping you have the best day ever. It could be for any occasion and reason. Thanks, Marcia. That's called practice. Yes, Christine, good to see you. Yes, I will not be here tomorrow. Okay, so if y'all want a chance to win this plus the other 2 cards, just make a comment on the video. Live replay, YouTube, Facebook, YouTube comments, all of it counts. And then you'll have a chance to win these 3 cards. And it will help me, so thank you very much. Okay, next card is... Next card packet is this right here. So on this card, we have a new in color card base, Peach Pie card base, 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to fold it in half. And we're going to make a Z fold. So just fold the front in half backwards all the way to the left. And I just use the bone folder for this, but you can score it if you prefer with your paper trimmer. So the card will open like that. Super easy. Your friends will be so impressed, but all you did was fold it backwards. Okay, so I have a piece of basic white to go inside this card. Measurements, 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com. Go inside. I have a piece of the tartan foil in pebbled path, and I'm using that same side that's pebbled on pebbled instead of the white side. That is my favorite side of this paper in all colors. That's going to go on the front left flap there. And then I have 2 labels die cut from the Nested Essentials dies. This is the coffin shape, my favorite, the largest one, and the next to largest one. Largest is Peach Pie, next is Basic White. And that'll be my focal point there in the middle of this card. By the way, this is a portrait card. And here are nested shape dies, I think. Maybe. Yeah. Nested Essentials, I mean. So there's banners, rounded corner rectangles, and the coffin shape. Cindy says fussy cutting just takes time and practice. Definitely takes time. That's the part where it's not my favorite, Cindy, because I'm like, ugh, I have to cut this out now. But, you know, it's all right. Okay, and I have 2 scraps of smoky slate cardstock. These happen to be die cut, but just ignore that. They're just scraps. It's a retired die. I won't be using it anymore, so I'm using it as scraps. Okay, so on this piece of white that's going to go inside the card, 4 by 5 1/4, on the right-hand side, it's, portrait. I'm going to stamp a border, kind of just like I did just now with the dog, what was it? The paw print. But I'm going to use the little fish that has the poor little X's for its eye. And I'm not going to stamp off. So I'm going to use Peach Pie ink. And I'm going to stamp the fish. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. Kind of at an angle going up. Then I'll flip it upside down and go the opposite angle. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth like that all the way down the side here. They're not touching. They're not going over the edge. They're just creating a border in Peach Pie, which is the in color I've used the most of these new in colors, even though like it's a fine color, but I wasn't like excited about it when it came out, but yet it's the one I've used the most. Don't know. So just upside down, right side up, upside down, right side up. I'm going to add a little corner of a tail up there. Okay, so just a border. By the way, peach pie with this looks like goldfish. That's the color it looks like in that case. Okay, then I'm going to switch to Pebbled Path ink. For the words and the cat. This is the little cat image. It is super cute. I made this into a black cat, like with it is not supposed to have stripes, but in real life I'm saying. Anyway, I heat embossed it in black ink, in black powder on black paper and hand cut it out. What am I looking for? The words. And it looks really cute. So you can make it kind of a solid black cat by heat embossing it black on black, even though it has stripes printed on it. So Pebbled Path, the greeting hello friend from Country Birdhouse, is this coffin label is up and down, portrait. And then in the center to the left, I'm going to stamp hello friend in Pebbled Path. Hello is the lowercase. It's kind of crooked, but pretend it's not. It might be kind of crooked. I really can't tell. Maybe it's not. Lowercase typewriter, and friend is right below it in cursive. Super cute cursive. Okay. And then I'm going to put the cat in Pebbled Path to match the tartan on Smoky Slate. So this will be a gray cat, obviously. Then I'm going to hand cut that out. Both of them. And this card gets some ribbon as well. Yeah, this one. All right. Thank you, Mary Ann. Appreciate that. I'll grab these glasses. Okay, so just going to cut the cat out just like I cut the other ones. Or the dog, I guess. I will say, like, these aren't the most difficult images to cut out. They're just mainly big, long stretches of area to cut, if that makes sense. They're slightly curved, but it's not like crazy. And these animals, like, they look real, of course, but they're not drawn like crazy realistic. Whimsical, maybe. I don't know. Cute, though. Definitely cute. All right. What else here? Thank you, Pat. I like how y'all like the fish border. All right. So we have two cute little gray cats. Now, put it together. So I'm going to attach the white label that says hello friend to the peach pie label. Attach the tartan foil. I feel like I'm probably pronouncing that word wrong now. Like everybody's just laughing at me every time I say it. Tartan foil to the front left flap. I did not stamp any words on the inside. It says hello friend on the outside, but if you were going to do that before you glue it down. But so I'm attaching the fish piece, the fish border, to the inside of the card. And of course, because this is a Z fold, that right border is going to show on the front of the card when it's closed. The two cats are going to get Stampin' Dimensionals. I'll use my minis like always. I'm going to do 3 per cat, just the triangle method. Perfect. I do say so myself. Oh, we started a debate on that. And then one cat's going to be up here kind of above the words, the bottom of the cat at the D and the head going left. And then the bottom one is the opposite direction, head at the top of the D, body going down to the left. So it makes like a little V around the word hello friend. And then I will flip this over top to bottom, this label, lay it exactly where I want it on my card. And then I'm going to put Stampin' Dimensionals only on the back of the left half of it to attach it to that left front flap only. So that's how I do that, just for visual alignment. And then I just used 5 mini Stampin' Dimensionals. So we'll attach that, close the card down flat so you can center it and see and everything. There shouldn't be adhesive touching on the other half of that label. And then last but not least, we'll make a bow with the peach pie bordered ribbon. 163783. This ribbon, hey Dorothy, good morning. This ribbon, let me look at the inventory. The bordered ribbon, oh, right now only one basic beige is low inventory, but that ribbon has been going in and out of stock because it's so popular. And of course, I think these new colors are so popular. So I'm just saying, if y'all want anything we sell, get it sooner than later because we got some popular stuff. Okay, I'm going to make a bunny ear bow. I know I already showed how to make that on the last card, so we don't need to do all the details. This will be a smaller bow, so I'm just pulling the tails to make it smaller. It's going to go on one of the cats, so you want it kind of small. So cute. Okay, so trim that. No waste on this side, but I definitely have waste on the other side because honestly, I forgot I was making such a small bow when I started. Okay. Glue dot, mini glue dot, peel it back, fold it down. Only reveal one dot. Stick your ribbon in the dot. What did I do? Pull it off. And it's going to go on the bottom cat, like where the collar would go. And that is it. That's her. I'm going to call this, well, maybe that's the boy and that's the girl cat. But anyway, they're cute, whoever they are. So that's the second card you can have a chance to win by commenting on this video. Share the video and tell me you shared for a second entry. And of course, that helps me, so thank you very much. All right, card number 3. Oh my gosh. My husband's asking for a grocery list. I can't text him because my phone is, I'm sending him an email. I don't know how he thinks I'm going to text y'all when I'm on this video. Text him, I mean. Okay, card number 3. Thank you, Pat. Thanks, Cindy, for sharing, by the way. Xana, I'm glad you would love to win these cards, or one of, what did you say? Win these cuties. Okay, card number 3, and then don't let me forget to show y'all how to do the reversibles, because I'm not actually doing it on this card, but it's fine. Card number 3. Let me grab a couple of things from over here. It doesn't matter. I'll tell y'all later. Got a hot mess. Okay, basic white card base for this card. Basic white, 5.5, 8.5. I'm going to fold it in half with the bone folder. Hey, Debbie, no problem. Coming in late. Fold it in half with the bone folder. It will be up and down as well, so all 3 cards are portrait today. Lots of pieces for this card because we're going to do the doghouse. So the first layer is petal pink. Go on the front of the card. Yes, I die cut something out of it because it's going to get covered up anyway. The next layer is this Country Woods designer paper to go right on top. This design has petal pink and like gray, super old wood where the paint is really coming off. The pink paint is really coming off and that wood is showing underneath. Let me see. Gray granite, smoky slate. There's lots of colors in this paper. This is the, or what I should say is the Country Woods designer paper is literally all wood grains. 12 different ones. You get the 6 on one side and the 6 on the other side. There's some that just look like wood planks. There's more distressed, less distressed. Like I said, planks. There's blues, browns, of course, grays, pink. I think, is that Summer Splash? Misty Moonlight, Crumb Cake, Gray Granite, Pool Party. This is Pool Party. Petal Pink is the pink. So anyway, if you need a wood grain paper, order this one. And it keeps going low and not orderable as well because, of course, it's very popular. Thank you, Angelique. Good to see you. I'm going to check. I don't think it's Country. Oh, Country Woods is low inventory. See what I'm saying, y'all? It's low inventory right now. Okay, so we have Country Woods there, the pink one, next layer. Then I have a piece of Early Espresso, like a rectangle. All the measurements, 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com. And then on top of that will be a piece of petal pink that has been embossed with the wood, what is that called? Timber? I think it's called timber embossing folder. You start to run all the names together when we've had like 3 or 4 or 5 different wood grain embossing folders and brick ones. But anyway, I think this one's called timber. It's a 6x6 3D embossing folder. It's awesome. Hey, Kelly. Corinne, love the wood grain paper. Yes, girl. Okay, so that's a rectangle, a nice big rectangle for me to put this stuff on. Okay, so for the dog, this is going to be a dog house. We're going to have, I pre-die cut one of the dark wood sort of plank papers. Which one it is? What's on the back? Oh, it's the back of this pink one. Looks like a dark wood. I don't know if it's planks really. It's just a piece of wood. Anyway, I cut out that birdhouse from Country Birdhouse. As I mentioned, in case you missed it, these dies are temporarily unavailable. They should be in by Monday, knock on wood. We're depending on shipping from another country and all that stuff. So, but when they come back in stock, the bundle is only $41.50 till June 30th. Okay, so mine were in order when I put them back in this box, but they fell off because the tape was getting unsticky. Anyway, here's the birdhouse die. Makes a great house, beach house, cabin, dog house, all that stuff, and a birdhouse. There's 3 different parts that you can die cut out for the roof, which I've used all 3 on this card. And then you have all this other stuff that matches the stamp set and like a stand for the birdhouse, a bow to hang the birdhouse with. You can cut holes in the birdhouse. There's dies for that, circle dies, and a little peg for the bird to stand on, all the stuff. I love this. Anyway, so there's the 4 dies. I did the roof in Early Espresso. the trim in Petal Pink, and the border between the trim and roof in Basic White. Also, side note, there is a stamp where you can stamp a little decorative element on the trim in Country Birdhouse. Okay, then I have a scrap of Petal Pink, a scrap of Basic White, and last but not least, a Basic White banner to put my greeting on. So that's from Stylish Shapes Dies. It's like the second from the smallest, I believe, banner. And it's a Pierce banner, super cute. You need Stylish Shapes if you don't have that one. Okay. Hey, Dee, thanks for sharing. Okay, so stamping, I'm going to stamp on the banner and the other two scraps there. I need inks. I've got a mess over here, like I said already. Where? I knew I was, oh yeah. I knew I was going to forget where I put these inks. Petal Pink and Memento Black ink. Let me see what images. I need the dog and Hello Friend and the tennis ball and the dog bowl. Okay. Let me do Petal Pink first. So this is, I'm just going to do that. I have a sticky note on there to keep me straight. I want 2 tennis balls. Tap, tap, tap in Petal Pink ink on Petal Pink cardstock. I'm doing them kind of close to the edge because I am going to pull in a retired 1/2-inch circle punch. Punch those out. And then I also want a Petal Pink on Petal Pink dog bowl. So this card is going to be feminine. We're going to say it's a girl dog. And then in black, I need my greeting, Hello Friend, over here on to the left of the banner. However way you turned it, stamp it to the left. So the right does not have anything, and it's the same Hello Friend I just used on that other card. I'm clean these stamps. They're getting used in a class in different colors. Okay, and then my dog is going to get stamped in Memento Black. That's my Memento Black pad that I made out of a Basic White ink pad and refill that are sold together. I showed how to do that on the Everyday Details video on April 4th at 56 minutes and 39 seconds. Everyday Details, timestamp in description. You can just go to the timestamp and skip to that section if you want to see how I made this black pad out of a empty white pad. Anyway, that's another story. Okay, let me punch out these two. This is just an old 1/2-inch circle punch. You probably have a die or a punch that you could use, maybe laying around your house. If not, you can hand cut those out as well. And then I'm going to actually color the dog before I cut it out because I'm not die cutting. Hopefully my scissors won't slip. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself right now saying that. Okay. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Okay, so this dog we stamped in Memento Black. We're going to color it in with Stampin' Blends. So I looked at how a lot of other people had colored it on, I'm going to cut this out while I talk, on Pinterest, the dog. It was fine, but I didn't find anything I really wanted to do exactly for my card. So then I just looked up Cocker Spaniels because I don't really know the colors and all. And there were some that were completely brown. This is just pictures I found, of course, whatever. I'm not an expert on dogs. But a lot of them had a lot of white and then like some brown. So this is what I came up with for this dog. And then I'll show you some other samples that I did. So I decided copper clay was my best color for the dog I wanted. Copper clay. Because a lot of them seem like it's a red brown. So I'm going to go in with dark copper clay first and just add a little, I'm using the brush tip, the fine point. Add these ears, have a lot of lines here drawn for the hair. Just adding some extra lines there for that. And then I'm going to go in with light copper clay and color the ears. And the way this stamp set is drawn, there's like not final lines to complete the image. You just kind of have to color to the what you call the end. Anyway, so I'm also adding some dark copper clay around the nose, like at the eyes. So there's basically these lines drawn separating the eyes from the nose. So there's like this section down the center of the dog's face that could be a different color. That color for me is going to be white. So to each side of that, we're doing copper clay. There's that. And then I just used dark copper clay on these shoulders where it's like a solid, because I stamped in black, so it's a solid black spot, I guess, with literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 little spots that do not get ink. So I filled those in with copper clay dark. And then on the, what are those called? The hips, I guess, of the 2 back legs. There's these little lines drawn, just little detail lines. So I'm going to make those into spots as well. So I'm going to trace all 5 little detail lines on each side in dark copper and then just sort of make a oval around it in light. So I'm creating a spot there. And that's it. That's how I'm coloring this in. I saw all kinds of different ways you could do it on Pinterest that other people had done. You know, there's just tons of ideas out there for how to color these in. And of course, you can do the reversibles, or you can do what I did on the first card and just stamp it on colored cardstock. Here are some other colors I played with and ways, again, looking at Pinterest and how people had colored it. So just to get the one I wanted, I thought copper clay or calypso coral would be good colors, but I definitely like copper clay better. But there's the calypso coral version. Of course, you could even mix those colors together, but you know. And then this was pecan pie and number 500 from the skin tone blends. And this was number 800 from the skin tone blends. Definitely those, which I think we call them naturals or something. Those skin tone blends are great to get tones of browns for all kinds of stuff. Pets, trees, you know, leaves, whatever, all that stuff. So always definitely pull those out as well. And you can mix those together to create like the exact tone you want. Anyway, hope this is helpful. Maybe y'all are just like, who cares? All right, so I'm going to hand cut out this dog now. Hold on. Pull this stamp back over so I don't forget to show that. And I'm not sure where I put my scissors. Hello. Oh, they're right here. They're literally in the pile of trash. Okay, so just like before. Just cut around, leave a little bit of a white border. I gave more details on how I hand cut at on the first card. Okay, so there's that cute little white and brown dog. Thank you, Jeanne. I'm like, does anybody like this? Okay, so I am going to put a bow on this one and we can put it together. For this one, I used the, thank you, Pat. She says, love the research you do for coloring. This is the ribbon petal pink and white diagonal trim ribbon combo pack. So you literally get the same exact ribbon, one roll in petal pink, one in basic white or white. And I'm going to use the pink one on this card, but it's back in stock. This was out of stock for quite a while when our catalog first came out. And side note, I owe some of y'all rolls of this ribbon from a class, and I didn't realize it was back in stock until the other day. So I've ordered it, and I think it's going to be here today. But anyway, yeah, if I owe you that ribbon from a previous class, it's coming. Okay, so, and I think I owe Landa a roll. Anyway, I've got a whole list. Okay, so I'm going to attach my large pink wood grain designer paper to my petal pink cardstock here. Measurements 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com. I cut this pink too short. Yeah, I cut this petal pink too short. Let me cut another one real quick. Darn it. No, I wasted die cutting that piece out of there. Okay, it's supposed to be 5 and a. Hold on. Too much stuff blocking my paper trimmer. It's supposed to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. But it seemed like it was 5 1/4. So. Much better. So that skinny little border there. I also will have recipe cards on the blog at 11 that you can print or just view that have a picture of the card, the supply list, and the measurements on it as well. This will get attached to the card base, but I also just have the measurements. Like, I give multiple options for you to see the stuff. Okay, I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet. This is the die cut dog or birdhouse. I like to attach the trim, the scallopy trim first. There is a point here that it fits in perfectly, so you can see that. I don't know how to describe it, but you'll see it if you have this in person. Anyway, there's just an area right there that has the shape of that trim and it fits perfectly. Then I add the roof, which is thicker, and this is one is early espresso, and it just goes right behind it. It doesn't really overlap it. It just fits perfect. And last is the skinny trim, which mine is basic white. I'm using my silicone craft sheet, by the way, so I don't get excess adhesive on my table or mat or scratch paper, and it just disappears off of here. Anyway, this piece goes between the two to cover up that where they meet. Now, thank you, Lori. I didn't really think this bottom piece of the birdhouse should be here for the doghouse, but taking it off made it too small for my card, so I left it. And it's just like, it's a fancy birdhouse. It's going to be fancy, and birdhouse. It's a fancy doghouse, and she has like a step on her doghouse. She is going to be a fancy dog. Okay, I'm going to attach this petal pink piece to my early espresso piece, rectangle. Petal pink embossed here with the timber embossing folder. I'm going to put this on the card at an angle. Top right corner going up, bottom left corner going down, just kind of centered there. Doghouse, I'm attaching with Stampin' Dimensionals. And it is designer paper, so it's, you know, thinner. So we'll add a few more dimensionals than I normally do. But you put as many as you want, and I'm using the minis, but either size works. It really doesn't matter. And then I'm attaching the doghouse on the same angle as the rectangle. So like not off. It is crooked on the card, but not crooked with that rectangle. And just the tip of the doghouse at the top there. Okay, next, Hello Friend is going to be attached flat. And if you remember, we stamped it to the left. So it will be right in the middle of the doghouse to cover up the fact that there's no hole for the dog to walk into, because I couldn't figure out any dies or punches we had that looked good for that. So, because I wanted to put like an opening. So I'm going to cover it up with Hello Friend. It's going to hang to the left off the doghouse, a little bit to the left. I guess you could put a dimensional under that left side if you want. And then the dog will be over here on the right on dimensionals. Now the dog is, I'm just going to do 3 at an angle, just because it looks cute like that. This is a card, not a real dog going into a real dog house. Then let me tie my bow with the petal pink ribbon. Puppy porch. Exactly, Lori. Yes. There's even a die in the set where you can cut out that image only, so you can layer it. I don't know where all my samples are with that. Although on my sampler, I probably did it. But anyway, you can layer the, I think I need this bigger, the porch, or you can cut it alone. It can also be like a window box. It's a really versatile set of dies. Okay, so now the bow. I'm going to put the bow down here on the bottom right, not bottom right. Well, yeah, bottom right of the doghouse on the porch at the corner of her foot. I'm going to place, where's the other? Right there. I'm going to place the balls, the tennis balls. One of them will be flat and one on Stampin' Dimensionals. So the flat one's going to be over here on the left, lower on the porch. The other one right on top of it, a little higher. And then this dog bowl, I'm going to put on the bow. Cover up the center of the bow. So I used a glue dot there to attach that. And last but not least, when you stamp the dog, there is a collar with a circle. I don't remember to do that, with a circle there. So you could color it in, blah, 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 but we're going to put an embellishment. And the best one I could find to use was our rhinestone basic jewels. You get small, medium, and large. I'm using a large one. I did color the first one with petal pink, but you just can't really see it, so you don't need to bother with petal pink, in my opinion. So I'm using a large. I think I said that. And it fits perfectly in that little circle. And now she's a very fancy dog. And it just says Hello Friend. So again, it can be really for any yes, GN. Definitely a oval, but I couldn't find one, a current one that Stampin' Up sold. I tried this. It's way too big. I forgot the name. This punch. I can't think of the name of it. Now there could be something I missed because I was in a rush. Thank you, Pat. Thanks, Corinne. But yes, I did punch that out in early espresso. I think I could go dig it out of the trash and show you, Jan. But if y'all know of an oval, I didn't really want a circle, but I get it. Like circle could be cute too. And then I even went so far as to, as Pat said, I did my research. I Googled fancy dog houses to see like a fancier opening. And I found some, but I couldn't find any dies small enough for this one that I thought looked like a fancy. Like I tried some tag dies. Anyway, I went through the whole thing. But I bet somebody else can find it. Linda, love how you color your dog. Looks like her daughter's first dog brought back memories. Nice memories. Awesome. Thanks, Nancy. You could use that punch and cut it down. Yeah, you could, Corinne, but I would mess that up. But you definitely could. She says cut down that punch I just showed. Okay, so there's card number 3. I'm going to show real quick how to use the reversibles in case y'all don't know on that. I'm going to use what color ink here? Pecan pie. It doesn't matter what color you use, but that's what I'm going to use. And you could use 2 colors. I'm just going to use 1. And the scrap. I didn't prepare with a scrap of white. What am I trying to think of here? I guess that's all. I do have a sample I'll show that's not very special. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you, Cynthia. Julie, hello. Thanks for sharing. Landa, thank you. Thanks, G-Ann. Okay, so this is it. It's simple. I've got my chamois over here to clean because you definitely have to do that. And I think you could do either one first. So I'm going to stamp the dog in pecan pie ink. I'm going to clean it off. And it is good if you could like dry it, but like I wouldn't dry it with a cloth or anything because it would get stuff on there. But anyway, flip it upside down. And I give the solid part. We're going to ink that up. I'll grab my scratch paper. So you could use a lighter color or you could stamp off. So I'm going to ink it in pecan pie. Watch what it does. That is a shadow of a dog right there. But anyway, now I'm going to stamp it right on top. It's photopolymer, so it's pretty easy to see through. And now you have the light color. So I hope you're still here. Marcia specifically wanted to see this, but I did intend to show it anyway. Then you could do the solid one first. I did think these shadows could make something cute too, you know. And this would just be a matter of what's easier for you to stamp which one first. And this would be the same on all of the images. Like all of them, including the dog bowl and stuff. I did align that one, maybe. I don't know, it's pretty much the same, but it just turned out better. So here's a real simple card using that. Honestly, it was rejects from the Birdhouse card. All these pieces were rejected from the Birdhouse card. Good, Marcia. You are very welcome. Thank you. And yeah, so any of our reversibles, the turtle is a reversible stamp set. It carried over from the last year's catalog, the turtle. And make sure I leave this right for the next class. I don't know. There's a leaf one I think we have right now, or plants. So we have a few, and they always seem to put one in each new publication currently anyway, you know, unless they change their mind on that. So yeah, Cindy, this set is so much fun. I agree. So yes, as y'all can see, every animal is reversible, and the bowl and the fish and the paw print. So an easy way to add some color and not have to color in and all that. Let me bring this back too in case anybody wants to see that. All right. Well, thank y'all very much. Thanks, Lori. Third is Julie's favorite. That's my favorite too, Julie. Yeah, definitely. So I will post pictures of these on the blog, 11 a.m. Central, so you can see them better. Because, like, I feel like the lighting is messing up this tartan. It's like not great. But anyway, and the recipe cards will be there. There's a supply list, there's some measurements. Also, just on the blog post are the measurements. There's also info there about my online ordering special. So you can get whatever you need and get a free class packet along with it. And other stuff there on the blog. If y'all have any other questions, let me know. Thank you, V. Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate that. Yeah, if y'all have any other questions, let me know. And then I will hopefully see you next Wednesday. It's going to be another crazy week. But of course, I'll post if I am or I'm not going live, but it won't be Thursday. It'll be Wednesday or Tuesday, but probably Wednesday. So have a great day. I will see you guys later. Bye.